You're on a high-stakes Teams or Zoom call. You've prepared for days. You make a brilliant point, and all you get back is silence. Or worse, you watch in slow motion as a colleague repeats your exact idea 5 minutes later, and the chat explodes with, "Great point, David." That feeling of invisibility ends now. Today, you'll learn the exact strategies to ensure that never happens again. You will not just be heard in virtual meetings, you will learn how to stand out, making your presence felt and your ideas unforgettable. These are the same strategies I teach my clients, smart, successful women who, after working with me, go on to their next level of executive promotions and leadership. Before we dive in, I created a free checklist for you called 6 Ways to Command Attention in a Virtual Meeting. Think of it as a tool to help you show up in virtual meetings at your very best. You can access it instantly in the description here. And if you feel like you're doing all the right things, but your career has hit a roadblock, you're not alone. The shift to increase virtual meetings has created a new set of rules. And for many high-achieving women, we simply don't know how to be effective here. A 2021 Harvard Business Review article explained, your presence is inextricably linked to how you communicate, not just through words, but through your nonverbal behavior as well. Everything you say and do sends a message. This video is your solution to make sure you're sending all the right messages. We're going to break down 6 ways to command attention and project unshakable executive presence in any virtual meeting. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'm going to reveal the single most important shift you must make to stand out on virtual calls. Hi, I'm Stephanie Hessler. I'm a high-performance strategist and former corporate executive. And for more than 10 years, I've been helping ambitious leaders, especially women, rise to their next level. My mission is to help women leaders unlock their next level of executive leadership with more power, fulfillment, and peace of mind. And if you'll do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, it helps me to grow this channel and offer more free content. Let's dive in. Strategy number 1, take control of your virtual stage. Before you say a single word, consider that you're entering a stage and it's speaking for you. Most people treat their webcam or phone camera as passive. Leaders treat it as a tool. Think about it. A shadowy, dark frame with a distracting background communicates chaos, disorganization, and a lack of preparation. The frame is your camera's view of you and the space you're occupying. It's like your stage, a clear, well-lit frame with an uncluttered professional background communicates focus, control, and authority. And your background is like the modern equivalent of your office. It signals how you manage yourself. Here are the non-negotiables. First, lighting. Make sure your face is clearly and evenly lit. The easiest way is to face a window as long as the light is balanced, not too bright and not too cloudy. I recommend a simple ring light that you place behind your device. You can see me here with the light on and with the light off. It makes a world of difference in how you are perceived. Second, your camera must be at eye level. With a laptop, invest in a stand. A free and easy fix is a stack of books. With a phone, invest in a tripod so it stays steady. Look directly at the camera. This creates the feeling of direct eye contact and peer-level engagement. Don't make the mistake of camera angles like having the camera look up at you or down on you. Third, your background. It must be uncluttered. A neutral background, a curated bookshelf, a simple piece of art, or a professional virtual background are all excellent choices. The goal is to eliminate distractions so the focus is entirely on you and what you have to say. And finally, audio. Your laptop's built-in mic is often not good enough. It can pick up echoes and background noise. A simple USB microphone, a lavalier mic like the one I have clipped here, or even the mic on your headphones will ensure your voice is heard with clarity. Clear audio is a sign of professionalism. Clarity is always the first step when I work with clients. Clarity of thought and clarity of goals. And it's no coincidence that a clear, professional, well-lit frame reflects the same. It visually communicates focus, organization, and authority. In fact, your executive presence begins the moment you appear on screen, before you've even said a word. And don't forget your appearance. Prepare for how you want to be perceived, as if you were in person. Would you wear casual clothes that you lounge in around at home to a boardroom meeting? No. Your professional appearance signals respect for the meeting and reinforces that you are there to be influential and impactful. Keep in mind that your virtual stage has different rules than being physically present with others. Because your colleagues can only see a small frame, everything is magnified. Your lighting, your posture, your background. You have to be more intentional online, not less. My free checklist, 6 ways to command attention in virtual meetings, is a tool to help you communicate as an effective and dynamic leader. Click the link in the description for instant access. Strategy number 2, master your body language. Now that your stage is set, here's how to show up. First, position yourself so that you're in the center panel of the frame, not too close, with a little space from the top. In my experience, people make the mistake of positioning themselves too low in the frame. Imagine if you were watching a news program and the news anchor was in the lower half of the frame, showing only their neck and head. It would look silly. Second, your posture. Sit up straight, shoulders back. Picture yourself at the head of a conference table. Avoid slouching or leaning back, which signals disinterest or a lack of energy. Instead, lean forward slightly when speaking or listening. This small shift signals engagement and commands attention. It non-verbally says, I am present and what we're discussing is important. Third, your hands. Keep them visible. Avoid letting them disappear into your lap, which can be perceived as hiding something or being disengaged. You can rest your forearms on a desk, or use purposeful, calm gestures within what I call the gesture frame, the space around your chest that is visible on camera. Using open palm gestures signals honesty and transparency. It helps others perceive you as open, authentic, and confidently in control, qualities that are going to strengthen your executive presence. It is absolutely critical to avoid fidgeting, playing with your hair, or touching your face, as these are going to be amplified in a small frame. They're universal signs of nervousness or distraction that will instantly undermine your authority. Finally, and this is crucial, make eye contact with the camera, not the faces on your screen. It feels incredibly unnatural, but to everyone else on the call, it feels like you are directly looking at them. This creates a sense of connection and confidence. Practice speaking to the camera. You can often identify it as a little green dot. This isn't just about looking confident. Adopting these powerful postures actually signals to your own brain to feel more confident. This is some of the inner work we focus on in my leadership coaching program called the Bliss Accelerator, a career and leadership accelerator to help high-achieving women align your executive presence with the inner conviction you're developing so that your authority becomes second nature. Strategy number 3, use your voice to build authority. If your virtual stage and body language are the foundation, your voice is the tool that builds your authority. In the absence of full physical presence, your vocal delivery does some heavy lifting. An important change you can make is mastering your tone of voice. According to negotiations expert Chris Voss, your most powerful tool in any verbal communication is your voice. A friendly, accommodating tone causes others to warm up to you and creates trust. A loud, aggressive tone, and others on the call can shut down. Second, slow down. When we're nervous, we tend to speak quickly. This raises the pitch of our voice and can make us sound unsure or even childlike. Deliberately slowing your pace projects confidence and authority. This is especially important for women. Slowing down gives your words weight and gives your audience time to absorb your message. For women in leadership, your voice is an important tool. On a virtual call, others can't see your full body language, so your tone must do double duty. It must convey both confidence and collaboration. By intentionally lowering your pitch slightly within your natural range, plus conveying a warm, collaborative tone and slowing your pace, you project authority without being perceived as aggressive. It's a subtle but game-changing shift. Strategy number 4, design a message that sticks. Being heard is one thing. Being remembered and credited is another. Too often, brilliant women share an idea that gets overlooked, only to be celebrated when someone else repeats it. Let's change that. A sticky idea is one that's memorable, impactful, and easy to repeat. It sticks in people's minds. The concept comes from Chip Heath and Dan Heath, authors of Made to Stick: Why Some Ideas Survive and Others Die. Here's how to make your idea stick using my Prime, Deliver, Solidify framework. First, prime. Before the meeting, plant the seed. Send an agenda note or a message with a data point or question that frames your idea. You're positioning yourself as a strategic thinker before the discussion even starts. Second, deliver. In the meeting, name your idea. Instead of saying, we should focus more on clients, say, I'm proposing what I call the Q4 Client Retention Initiative. Tie it to results. That's how ideas become memorable. And third, solidify. After the meeting, follow up in writing. Great discussion today. Here's a brief outline of the Q4 Retention Initiative I proposed. You've now documented your contribution and ensured it's credited to you. When you design your message to stick, you don't just get heard, you get remembered and recognized. Strategy number 5, stay composed when you're interrupted. Research confirms what many of us know from experience. Women are interrupted more often than men in professional settings. How you handle these moments is a critical test of your executive presence. The goal is not to be aggressive, but to be unflappable. I remember the first time I ever did this, and it felt very empowering. Resist the instinct to stop talking and do this instead. Take a small breath, hold up your hand in a calm stop gesture that's visible on camera, and make direct eye contact with your webcam. And do this. I'll just finish my point, or using their name. Hold that thought for one moment, David. Or simply, I'd like to complete my thought. The key is the delivery. No anger, no apology, no frustration in your voice. Just confident, calm, unwavering command. Then immediately continue your sentence from where you left off. You're not asking for permission. You're signaling that your contribution is valuable and you have more to say. This demonstrates poise under pressure, a critical leadership trait that gets you noticed for the right reasons. And here's an advanced technique. Find an ally. Before a high-stakes online meeting, connect with a trusted colleague. Say something like, I'm working on being more assertive. If you see me during the online meeting getting cut off, would you be willing to jump in and say something like, I'd like to hear Stephanie finish her point. This creates a culture of mutual support and respect. It's a powerful shift and way to shift meeting dynamics, not just for yourself, but for everyone. Another subtle tactic is to simply not stop talking immediately. If someone begins to interject, continue speaking for another word or two before pausing to address them. This small act of not yielding the floor can often be enough to make the interrupter pause and wait their turn. And this brings us to our final and most powerful strategy. Strategy number 6, amplify your enthusiasm. As humans, we're designed for in-person interaction. And as much as we love the convenience of virtual meetings, let's be honest, they're unnatural for us. There's a lot about video conferencing that creates challenges. For example, our brains work overtime to interpret cues from others who appear only as small rectangles on a screen. Communications expert Vin Jiang explains, the moment you're speaking to a camera and not a human being, your energy levels drop by 70%. Research confirms what we've all experienced. Video conferencing can be draining. We even have a name for it, Zoom fatigue. Knowing this, it's important to acknowledge that virtual meetings are different terrain. During a virtual meeting, especially when you're speaking, you need to consciously project enthusiasm. And by enthusiasm, I mean genuine energy and interest that will show up in your voice, your facial expressions, and your body language. If the topic is neutral or positive, smile. Others will notice your energy. Dig deep into yourself to bring a heightened presence. It's going to feel a little unnatural at first. When I teach a class online or record a YouTube video like this one, I always take time before I go live to psych myself up, to elevate my energy, so I can show up as effectively and vibrantly as possible on the virtual stage, and not just at the beginning, but for the duration. So here you have it. You have to be especially intentional in virtual meetings. The 6 keys to commanding attention are: 1, take control of your virtual stage. 2, master your body language. 3, use your voice to build authority. 4, design a message that sticks. 5, stay composed when you're interrupted. And 6, amplify your enthusiasm. Here's the good news. You're going to stand out in virtual meetings and be taken seriously as an executive leader when you implement these 6 strategies. And to start, keep it easy. Pick one strategy and start with that one first. What stands out to you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear. We've only scratched the surface of what's possible when you decide to be strategic about how you show up in virtual meetings. Download my free checklist called 6 Ways to Command Attention in a Virtual Meeting. You can download it instantly in the description here. And if you do me a quick favor, please hit subscribe. It helps me continue creating free content for you and ensures you will never miss a new video. I'm Stephanie Hessler, and I'll see you in the next video.